guys, today I'm going to be doing 2 graphic novel reviews. The first being Loki, Agent of Asgard, Volume 2, I Cannot Tell a Lie by Al Ewing, and Figment by Jim Zub. Since I am doing 2 graphic novel reviews here in this video, just a warning, there will be absolutely no spoilers for either of these books in this video, so feel free to just watch from start to finish. So, starting with Loki, Agent of Asgard, Volume 2, I Cannot Tell a Lie. This follows Loki once again, but this time he has to deal with threats like Dr. Doom and the Red Skull. And while doing this, still striving in his quest to redeem himself and look like a hero in the eyes of his family. But when the side effect of a spell goes crazy, Loki is forced to tell nothing but truths, which gets him in trouble with his brother Thor. You guys, I freaking loved Volume 1 of Loki, Agent of Asgard. It was definitely one of my favorite books last year that I read. It was so fun, so hysterical. I love Loki. I'm a total Loki fangirl, not gonna lie. And I tell you what, Volume 2, you guys, I was a bit disappointed, I'm sad to say. Let me put it this way, I found myself getting so lost and confused, it wasn't even funny. The thing about Volume 1 that I think I enjoyed so much is that Volume 1 felt like a standalone. It was very easy to follow. Whereas here with Volume 2, there's a lot of backstory incorporated, like involving other stories that are going on in the Marvel Universe. Because even in this volume, there'll be some footnotes occasionally, and the footnotes will say, oh, go check out volume such and such of this such and such series. And it's like, I shouldn't have to go read other comics in order to understand this one, you know what I mean? So yeah, apparently I need further material in order to help me understand this book, which kind of sucked. So yeah, any references that were going on in this book, I absolutely had no idea what was going on. I didn't understand what was going on with Dr. Doom. I didn't understand what was going on with Red Skull. I just didn't really understand Loki's involvement in all of these things. And apparently I also really need to read something called Original Sin. Something about this new character named Angela, and I'm very intrigued by that. Obviously I can't spoil that, because it was kind of spoiled in this book, unfortunately. So yeah, I definitely need to check out Original Sin. But for something a bit more positive, since, yeah, I have primarily negative feelings about this book, but that's just mostly because of my confusion, but still, for a positive note, I still really loved Loki in this book. He still continued to shine. Unfortunately, I did feel like he wasn't in this volume nearly as much as he should have been, considering that this is his title series. There was a large chunk of the book where he was pretty much kind of absent, and it was focused on other characters. So yeah, Volume 2, the main character, obviously, he continues to shine, and his dialogue continues to be hilarious, which is what I enjoy. Loki is definitely charming and super fun, and he knows how to spin the truth any which way he wants it. And I also continue to really like his relationship with this other character named Verity. They're just super adorable. So yeah, overall, a disappointing Volume 2. It was okay for what it was, but I just wish I could have understood it more. Yeah, I think I definitely want to try and pick up some other issues that were recommended, so that way maybe if I reread this I would understand it better. So I am still very much looking to Volume 3. I'm just hoping that Volume 3 sticks to what it needs to stick with, and that is sticking with Loki himself and the characters that surround him, and developing that story rather than going back into other Marvel stories and just overcomplicating things. So have you guys read Volume 2 of Loki, Agent of Asgard? Just tell me your thoughts and feelings down below. And yeah, were other people massively disappointed with Volume 2 like me? So moving on to Figment by Jim Zub. This tells the story of Blarian Mercurial, who is a young and idealistic inventor, and one day he manages to harness the power of the imagination, and from that he creates a little flying purple dragon who he names Figment. Blarian and Figment are pulled into a strange world, and they have to figure a way to get out of this world so they can travel back to London and stop the Clockwork Army that has invaded the city. I guess some backstory, if you don't know who the hell Figment is. First of all, this is part of the Disney Kingdoms series that Disney is putting out with Marvel Comics, and it's Disney basically making their popular rides and attractions and putting them in a graphic novel format. So one of these obviously is Figment, and Figment, he comes from Epcot at Disney World, and he's seen in the Imagination Pavilion, and he has his own little ride there. So yeah, if you're already a Disney fan, you're already very familiar with Figment. So yeah, I hope those of you who if you've never been to Disney, hopefully now you have a little small idea who Figment is. You just need to know that he has his own attraction and he's a flying purple dragon. I absolutely adored this graphic novel. It was so cute, you guys. Very child-friendly. I would definitely recommend giving this to a child. I think they could easily follow it, have fun, just fall in love with Figment. And there's just nothing overly complicated about it whatsoever, which was nice for me as well, because I hate when graphic novels get overly complicated. And this book is basically an origin story for Figment. Like at Disney World, you don't ever get Figment's origin story. It was fun to get an origin story for Figment as well as his creator, Blarian Mercurial. So not only did I love the story, I also just loved these characters. Obviously loved Figment. He was just lovable and cuddly. I also really loved Blarian. He has this sort of childlike wonder to him, which is just so much fun to watch. He's also just very optimistic. Blarian, over the course of this graphic novel, he basically just wants to prove himself to his fellow inventors. He wants to reach his untapped potential. And Blarian's motto is basically, you can do anything you want to as long as you believe in yourself and you have imagination. Which I think is the big theme of this book, and also I think a very important theme to young children if they are reading this book, you know, to never, you know, lose your imagination, always keep your imagination. And yeah, just always stay determined. And even when Blarian has his low points, Figment is always there to cheer him up and raise his self-esteem once again. So yeah, Figment and Blarian are a great team up together. They really work wonderfully off of each other. Some other characters, once again, all these characters are like super lovable. There's like this pink flying dog named Chimera. There's this blue fairy. I think he's like a fairy named Phi. And just to talk about the artwork very quickly, I also really enjoyed the artwork. It was very colorful, very vibrant, very easy to see and understand what was going on the page. Sometimes I hate when there's too much going on in a graphic novel and it's hard to focus on what you're supposed to be looking at. But yeah, very easy to follow, wonderful color schemes going on. And I haven't mentioned the artist of this book. It was done by Felipe Andrade. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm really glad this book was done by one artist. I've read some graphic novels in the past and you can immediately tell when there's more than one artist and it's super distracting. So I'm really glad this was done by one artist, and just, yeah, you were able to immediately spot the characters, you know. So overall, I really enjoyed this book. Super fun, super cute. Children, I think, can obviously enjoy this, but I think adults will enjoy it just as much too. So have you guys read Figment? Do you plan on reading Figment? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for these two graphic novel reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, just let me know your thoughts down below on either of these. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this book review, you may like these other book reviews. Bye guys.